Hi everyone and welcome back to week 2 with Science Experiments with Mr. S. I'm Mr. S in case you missed week 1. So, just to recap last week in 5 seconds. Last week we did the rain gauge, which I have mine right here. We got about 2.5, really whopping, but about 2.5 centimeters of rain, which is a lot. It's over an inch, so it certainly was really coming down the last couple days here for me. So this week we're going to be building our own wind gauge, or something that can tell you the speed of the wind, and I'm going to show you how to do it right at home. Materials. Today we're going to need 5 3-ounce paper cups, also known as Dixie cups, 2 soda straws, a push pin, a pair of scissors, a stapler, a sharp pencil with an eraser, and a fan with at least 3 speeds, preferably low, medium, and high. Cup assembly. All right, now it's time to put our wind gauge together. Reminder that a wind gauge is something that measures the speed of wind. So first we need to have our 4 paper cups. So I have mine right here. We're going to need to take them and we're gonna have to put a hole about a 1/2 inch down on every single one of the cups. Now, if you're not quite sure what a 1/2 inch is, you could always use a ruler, or you can simply use the width of your finger. It's about a 1/2 inch. Now, this is the part where whoever helps take care of you, parental guardians, things like that, should probably take over, because when you're putting the holes into the cups, the way that I found is that if you just try to take your pencil and jam it through, it's not gonna work. So the easiest way to do it is to take your pen, make your fingers kind of like on the opposite sides of the cup, already checked about a 1/2 inch down, and to push it through, just like that. Then you can take your pencil and just spin it a little bit, just like this. Now notice that I'm not going all the way down, just about halfway with the pencil. That's because if it's too wide, it's just not going to sit on the straw right, and a lot will go wrong, trust me. So just really quickly make my last 2 here. So once you have all 4 of your cups done and your holes in it, the next thing that you need to do is you got to find that 5th and final cup that I was telling you about, and you're going to have to put 4 holes in this cup. Now, it is extremely important that your holes line up, or they are on direct opposite sides of each other, because these straws are going to have to go through that cup. So here's how you're going to do it. You're going to go ahead, take your pen, repeat the same steps, really making sure that you're going on opposite sides of each other, or else you're really going to run into some problems. And there, and there. I really hope you all are doing this along with me and not just watching me do this by myself. It would be a little weird. So I've got my holes, just real quick, use my pencil. Again, just halfway down. I almost went too far on that one. That's how you might have something go wrong with your experiment, which is the last thing that any of us want. All right. Now I got all my holes through all of it. So the next thing we gotta do is now we gotta get our straws into our cups. Now the end idea of it is so that we'll have the straw, again, going through the cup and with it sticking out on both sides. So here's how you're gonna wanna do it. First, you're gonna take one of your cups that just has the one hole in the side. You're gonna take your straw and stick it right into that hole, just like that. And now the trick is, and this is where your stapler is gonna come in, you're gonna wanna go, and I'll try to show you guys, fold the straw and pin it down like that. And if you hold it from the outside, it actually stays pretty nice on there. And you're gonna wanna take your stapler, or maybe have a parent take your stapler, hint, hint, nudge, nudge, and just real quick, staple it right down on there. See how it's right on the edge of that, so it's trapped down? This, not gonna move. Now, this is the important step. You got to put your straw through your middle cup. If you don't do it, you'll end up like my first try, and you won't be able to make your experiment work. So you're gonna go through, pushing it through one side and right through the other. See how mine lined up super nicely? such. My hole's just a little small, but it's okay. If it is, just take that pencil and you just, another couple quick spins. No problemo. And you're through. Now, you're going to want to repeat the step on the same side that you just pulled through, but the other important thing is that your cups have to face opposite directions. So if my first cup mouth is facing you, or facing away from me, then my other cup is going to want to be in the opposite direction of that. So it's going to want to be over here. So I'm just going to do the same thing. Take my straw, put it right through the edge of my cup. I really did not make these big enough for this. There we go. Again, just pulling it down a little bit. And again, these all can slide. So it's okay if it's not perfect when you're first lining it up. But you just got to remember that it should be facing opposite ways, just like that. So this is going to be pointing down, and you're going to have one going left, one going right. One going straight, one going back. However, you've got them facing. This is where it can get a little tricky. Now you want to take that stapler, same thing. Put it right into there. And you're going to punch it down for your second cup. Ooh. Perfect. Now you can go ahead and do the same thing with the other two cups now. Putting it all together. Okay, so hopefully you've gone and you have all of your different cups facing in a different direction of each other. See how mine are all facing different ways like so. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna put our wind gauge onto its bottom piece and see if it works out. So here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna take that sharpened pencil of yours and that pen. First pop that pen right into the bottom of the cup, and then take that pencil and just, oh, there you go. Push it right through. Careful not to poke yourself. Pull it back. Now we have our hole in the bottom of the cup. We're gonna take that same pen and we're gonna find right where those straws cross. So right there. And we're gonna take our pen and we're gonna push it through those straws. Ooh. It's okay if your cups move a little bit. Just try to make sure they're lined up before everything really goes through. You might be able to hear my mom in the background. Wish her a happy Mother's Day if you do. All right. It also helps if you take that eraser through, just so it has something to push off of. And go 1, 2, right through both those straws and into the eraser. Now you don't want it in too deep because it'll also kind of stick everything down. So you kind of want it nice and loosey-goosey. You should be able to move it with your hand like that. And now we're ready for our test. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the testing zone. Hi everyone, and welcome to the testing zone. So it is time to test our science experiment, but before you do any scientific experiment ever, no matter what it is, you need to be safe. So we have our safety gear here. Please put on some of your own. I have this high-end wind preventive jacket, cannot pierce it. I have my heat-proof gloves, high-tech. Some very intense and serious eyewear. You gotta keep it serious. And of course, only the best, a pro-type state-of-the-art fan with 3 speeds. Now, for today, I will only be doing the top speed, but please try all of them at your house. And let's see if it works. All right. Got our thing positioned. So you all brought yours along with you. And here we go, going live in 3, 2, 1. Let's be picking up. Woo, and we have takeoff. Hopefully yours at home works as well as mine does, ladies and gentlemen. See you next week in the Science Zone.